Actually, I'm going to say that on YouTube. Bear with me, guys. I'm not doing great. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Final Fantasy III. Now, I'm going to go ahead and readjust here. This is a very strangely designed game, so I need to kind of shuffle this over here and then shuffle this over here, and it's going to be kind of a pain, but we'll keep track of it. Let's go ahead and hit this and watch the intro. Opening, sorry. Could I use my own terminology correctly? Let's watch the opening. Does the airship have oars? So, I actually like this opening quite a lot. It's reasonably well designed. You'll notice that there's some fairly obvious symbolism of the fact that the floating continent is visible in a break through the cloud of darkness that is allowing, I can't remember her name, to see up top. We also get a very brief insight into exactly how the world below is, too, which is kind of cool. Aria, thank you. So that's, some cool stuff there. However, the major flaw with that opening, and Lex already said this in chat, is the fact that very little of what we just saw is actually in the game. Like, we'll talk about it, but yeah, there's not a lot going on for some of this. So, FF3, just like FF2, starts just right in the middle of things. Dude said, hold on, what have I gotten myself into now? It's kind of become a thing for several FF characters several FFs to start en medias res. That's kind of their norm. This one, though, has always... Oh, god damn it, is it not showing up again? Hang on a second. Give me a second. Did the intro show? You saw the intro, right? There we go. Okay. Anyways, the game just starts en medias res. Just bam. Here we go. very common trend, but I've always had the personal opinion that this one starts the most suddenly. This is true of the NES version as well. God, that's loud. It's animated, right? Like you see me defeating the goblins. Those are monsters? Well, I get the feeling it's not the safest place to be. I was gonna say, we're gonna go here and, turn that down. You're kidding. Hang on. Let me just set my options really quick here. Is it showing now? I don't remember having any issues streaming this game when we were playing it for the lore run. And it was this exact version of this game we were playing. I still have the save and everything. So I don't know what has suddenly changed to prevent me from streaming this properly. Okay, let's try... Where is it? What has changed since then? Nothing! I mean, obviously, many thousands of things have changed, but in the last 2 years, I don't think this game's been patched once, so... Negative to gameplay. Streaming software has not changed. I guess, no, actually, I'm pretty much on the same hardware setup I was last time. This is after the CPU upgrade. Yes, Twitch is like, why don't you just stream FF2? It's a much better game. What am I doing? I'm looking for something. Come on, concentrate. What am I looking for? I don't remember. I just had an idea to fix this. And it's gone because I can't think straight. Ah, right. I know what I was doing. Okay. Gotta actually find it. Here we go. You had no issues capturing it. What the hell is different? Sorry, I was just pulling up the VOD of the FF3 lore run. And yeah, it captured just fine. Of course it did. Why wouldn't it? Okay. Let me think about this for a second. It's probably something stupid obvious. Well, see, here's the problem, Slifer. All I have to do is turn it off and on again, and it'll work. That's all I have to do here. Watch this. Of course, now it's working just fine. Okay, here, let's get into a combat really quick. Come on. Why is it suddenly working? Nothing has changed! Why is it suddenly working? Oh, there's something strange about that rock. Press Z to take a closer look. Yeah, sure. Let me hit the Z button. Like, it having issues with the opening crawl makes sense. Even if at 14 I have that issue. Hi, Braven. But... yeah, the camera zoom feature is really stupid. It'd be better if it worked better. But it doesn't, so it's kind of crap. Gonna... can't save anywhere in this version. Huh. There's a lot of bones down here. You notice that? Is that just me? So, in FF1 and 2, since we are reviewing this, I gave a +2 quality of life features. Both of them had it. This game will not be getting that plus. And I can demonstrate really quick what I mean by that. Let me hold down A, for example. Still holding it down. Nothing. You gotta actually tap it each time. What's a Nintendo DS, Linkensky? I've never heard of that. I'm sorry, I'm in a really bad mood this morning. Game got a plus for options? No, it really doesn't. It's got text speed, cursor set to memorize, which is not a good memorize, walk speed, music sound. All this is default stuff. It does not have, for example, the optimize button, which is absent. It doesn't have remove all. And it does do a little bit of interface stuff, but basically, this game is missing a substantial amount of the quality of life improvements that FF1 and 2 both had, and later FFs have, that I think I'm comfortable not giving this game a plus for quality of life, because it kind of doesn't have quality of life. And that's the problem. Yeah, the PSP version is the one with the auto battle. And I believe it's a bad auto battle anyways, so it wouldn't get really any points. Is the default of the port or the original? That's an interesting question. The original obviously had no quality of life features whatsoever, other than rolling targeting. So, make of that what you will. However, this port... so, hang on. What we're actually playing right now is a port of a port, to be 100% clear. This is the DS version, which was supposed to be a proper remake of the original NES version. And we're playing the PC version of the DS version. It's the specific version we're playing. I point all that out because there's not really a lot of excuses. You know what I mean? If nothing else, the DS version should have had these features. Now, yeah, no kidding, Lex. I was actually, so really quick side story. When I first played this game on the NES, I was like, wow, this is really good for an NES game. And I kept having to add that proviso, for a NES game. But it was really good for a NES game. It was, in fact, astonishing for a NES game. It was almost as good as Kyphrin, which is one of the best NES games I've ever played, personally. Thank you very much, Kyphrin. Oh! Ow! Ow! Ow, that hurt. Much obliged the sub, sir. Thank you. Oh, if you happen to know where you want to put that as far as increasing priority and interest in a future stream, let me know. Yes, we'll be playing FF4 on the PC as well once we get there in like a couple weeks. Oh my god, yeah, I'm not doing great, guys. Like, my throat is no longer sore, but the rest of me is. You know what I mean? You know how it is, you're on the downswing. Okay, so I'm going to test something. I have a theory about the glitchiness of it. So I'm going to rearrange something here. Right after I put that towards Legend of Dragoon. Thank you again, sir. Tell me if it wigs out, because I'm no longer looking at the preview pane. I basically can't look at the preview pane right now. Well, Mike Romano, it is on the website, however, I won't make you look. It is 10. We'll be playing Final Fantasy X next. Just scrolling out of the menu. Still good? You still good? Okay. I don't know what the hell was going on earlier. If it wigs out during cutscenes, I'm going to be pissed. Because that might be it. Nope, it's still there. So it's really possible to die to this fight if you don't grab the equipment or a couple levels from the previous area. Go figure. Good morning, Darren. Yeah, I know, I have a website. I know, it's strange. Yeah, I think we're going to assume it's going to be okay, but do me a favor, let me know if it wigs out, okay? Because if I just reboot it, it'll come back. So, whatever. Damn it, Upon a Time. Don't make me bow again. I'm going to do the salute instead. Thank you very much, Upon a Time. Much obliged and appreciate. Thank you. Now, if you happen to know where you want to put that, let me know. Oh, God, excuse me. Comfy isn't quite what I feel right now. I apologize if you can hear me breathing, by the way. My nose is completely clogged. So, you know, it sounds like that. So I'm trying to not do that. Oh, geez, that sounds fun to go at. Which boss is that? Why is this boss here? Okay, so this is FF3. There's a lot of times where we fight a boss because there needs to be a boss. Which is also the beginning of that trend, by the way. Five would be a good example of Pokemon effect. You have been chosen! Who's that? Who's there? Warrior from the land of darkness. You have been chosen as a bringer of hope. Do I have to? Crystals! Enjoy it while they're here. They're only in the first 5 games, really. Darkness is threatening to engulf the world. When the light is lost, the equilibrium will be no more. What are you talking about? There are others who share your destiny. You must seek them out. Once you find them, I will bestow upon you our last light and our last hope. Now go! Wait, whoa, I don't understand. Back on the surface. What was that? Light, darkness, last hope? What was that all about? I wouldn't stress it. I doubt it matters. So, as you can see, this is, in fact, the save from last time. You can tell by the name of the main characters, which still makes me laugh every now and again. I gotta erase one of these. God, we beat the game in 6 hours. I'll erase this one. No, no New Game Plus. Still. Okay. Come on, brain, work. Oh, I have no idea, Micromano. What am I doing? I guess I'll just talk to people. Hi, Luna. The others went to the corner of town. I wonder what the hubbub's all about. King Sasune's castle is west of here. He is lord of all the lands surrounding the Parmeni Mountains, including this village. No, Baron. We only renamed in one, and that's the only one we were going to rename in. Luna, the elders are looking for you. Okay. Most important part of fighting is know when to run away. Press M to do that. Thanks. Thanks. Aren't those your friends making a ruckus? Make them stop already. Didn't believe in spooks until I saw one in Kazus. Oh my god. Heard something happened in Kazus. The elders were having a serious discussion about it, though the kids don't seem to care. Little rapscallions are being as raucous as ever near the corner of town. Whoop, whoop. I hope we get used to that sound, by the way. We're going to be hearing a lot of it. Negative to sound design. Oh yeah? Ghosts don't exist? Then go there and prove it. You don't have the guts. You're a coward. Another orphan raised by Chupapa and Lunith's best friend. Unlike Lunith, he prefers reading over gamboling in the wild. His studies endow him with great knowledge that makes up for his shyness. Sure. Hey Eric, what's going on? It's Lunith. Let's get out of here. He'll beat the crap out of us. Hey, wait, Ark, you don't have to run away from me. Oh my god. Okay, so problem number one. You can tell in the cutscenes here. So they pull a Link Between Worlds. No, or yes, I did, Nerdman. And the Link Between Worlds trick is basically all of the objects are slanted like this. You can really tell. Like, look at the buildings. Look at the tree. They're literally like this, and that's because the camera is usually up here. So it looks better when the camera's up here for them to be slanted like this. It adds to the dimension of it. The problem is when they zoom in the camera for cutscenes, it kind of breaks apart. You can't really tell here because, again, the camera remains static upwards, but you can kind of start to tell because if you just look at the ratio of Lunith to the tree, you can kind of see that. Yes, I know it's strange, Baron, but yes, I am doing the FFs on the website. Crazy talk, I know. Yeah, the FF4DS version does this exact same thing, but substantially less bad. That's a good question. When did FF3DS come out? Does anyone remember? Or have access to Google? You'll notice the slanting thing doesn't happen in combat, because of course it doesn't. 2007, there you go. 2006? 2005? 1985? Also, a lot of those images are basically JPEGs, which only have one dimension, effectively, or 2 dimensions, I guess. You can tell because those pots over there are facing the camera, because they're 2D. There are switches that open hidden passageways in towns and dungeons. You'll have to look closely to find them. Look at that candle, for example. You zoom in close enough, you'll see the shining spot. This is a dumb mechanic. Those sparkles tell you something fishy there. See what I mean? It's kind of hard to tell, but if you look at those pots that I was just referencing, they face you no matter what direction. See, this is the best way to show it. See, watch this. Watch the pots. They're 2D. It's Wolfenstein all over again. So... I'm trying to think how to explain what I want to say here. This is kind of not really a proper remake. And that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, it's a remake. It definitely qualifies as a remake. But the seams show at multiple levels of it, and I've already demonstrated like 3 of them. Trust me, there's more. Also, we can't save everywhere. There's another convenience feature we don't have while we're on the subject. Overworld looks okay. I'm with the Overworld. This is a DS game, yes. Now, I do have something to say about that. This game feels in many ways like the test bed for the actual remake, which is FF4 on the DS, which had substantially more work and effort put into it. And we'll see how well that one holds up, but by memory, this one is just basically worse in every way than the 4DS one. So apparently we're so scared of the ghost we can't even go there. Okay, well that sucks. Let's go back to town, I guess. Notice we don't have jobs yet. By the by. The story. That's a good question. I can sense what is happening. You must now heed the words of Elder Topapa. Okay. Yeah, we would already have access to the first bundle of jobs in the original. So the day has finally come. I'm going to worry about you. Promise you be careful. Use the menu to do these various things. Luneth, you must treat Nina, your mother, the best you can. You must know, but she is not your birth mother, but she is taking care of you as if you were. So you have come, Luneth. It is you who have been chosen. You must understand that your meeting with the crystal was not happenstance. It was the crystal's will. You have been chosen. I feel like you just said that. Chosen? For what? A long time ago, a traveler came to me carrying a newborn child. I'm not going to tell you that he was Sid. It was Sid. His face was covered in soot and his clothes were burned to tatters. The child he carried in his arms was you. To think, even as a newborn, you are already destined to be chosen by the crystal. You must now set forth on your journey. Take your power, the light that you hold in your heart, and use it well. Okay. I'm trying to wrap my mind around what I want to say here. This game, I don't know how to explain the feeling this game has always given me. And it goes back to the original time I played the NES version. It's just kind of... Huh? And that's the tone of the entire game. Not deliberately, but there's just so many events that just kind of happen, and nobody really questions them. Nobody really brings up anything. It's just, okay, so we fell into a hole, and we encountered a boss, after which there was a crystal, which has decided we're the saviors of the world. And now we go to the town where we find out we're adopted, and by the way, we need to go to the nearby castle to help save the princess from the Jinn and rescue the ghost people. And after we rescue the ghost people, we'll need to destroy the airship in order to escape the mountain range. And after we do that, we'll have to go to the nearby town and shrink to the size of a mouse to enter the port to get the ship. And it's just, what? FF3 in many ways feels like, yeah, it feels like a string of completely unrelated adventures, which are just kind of confusing as hell, especially in context. And I felt that way ever since the NES, because the NES version is basically the same. One moment. The only really real variance in the DS version from the NES version, story-wise, is that rather than being character 1, 2, 3, and 4, it's Luneth, Ark, Refia, and whatever his name is. Ingus, I think. And that's the only variance. And the only way that matters is basically for like 3 cutscenes per character. We have already, as of this point in time, seen a decent chunk of the Luneth-specific cutscenes. And Ark-specific cutscenes. Ark is going to get a cutscene later on in Sagaria, or what the hell the name of this stupid city is. And Refia gets a cutscene in like a few minutes here. And Ignis gets a few cutscenes here, and then that's kind of it, really. And almost all of them are at the beginning of the game, too. There, you can really see the tree leaning right there. Ah. There we go. This is arguably the last Luneth cutscene. I mean, I know that's debatable, but... It's me, Luneth. Don't be afraid. How'd you run off on your own? What are you trying to prove, anyways? Let me go with you, Luneth. I want to show everyone I'm not a weakling. I did manage to come here all by myself. You'll take me with you, won't you? Well, I do need a party of 4. Okay. That's what you want. That is correct, Starscream. Although, it kind of doesn't to this version, but yeah. The simplest and easiest way to show off the leaning thing... I know I'm still banging on about that, but I just want to show this off one more time. Look at this building I'm walking behind. You'll notice that the terminus point of it is right about here. Okay, that makes sense. But if you watch it as the camera slides over this way, you can see it's literally a cardboard cutout that's leaning forward. Like, you can kind of see that as it detaches from its shadow there when the camera's at an angle like that. You see that? Kind of see here too. Anyways, you get the point. Alright, so that brings us to our first potential negative. Visuals. Now, I've already demonstrated my point, really. You've already seen why I'm looking at this like, does this deserve a negative for visuals? For the slanted buildings, slanted trees, awkward cutscenes, lack of animations for the main characters, lack of detail in the models, just kind of... It doesn't look good. Like, I personally think, in addition to it not being... In addition to it looking kind of old, it also looks kind of bad. Now, that is my opinion. And of course, the ghosts won't sell to us here because I don't know why. I could just leave money on the table, dude. Oh my god, the Djinn's curse turned me into a ghost. I'm gonna die like this, or am I already dead? Doomed despair. Oh me, oh my. Thank you, Upon a Time. Have a good weekend. I feel so empty. Curse that Djinn. Aesthetics is all that really matters to me when it comes to judging quality of graphics. And you could argue this is a DS game, and I would say Mario 64 DS. You could say, well, this is a DS game, and I would say Final Fantasy 4 DS. I have seen DS games that look decent. I'm not going to judge the graphics yet. We're at the second town. But it's something I'm going to be watching as we go through it. Only the power of Mithril can banish the Djinn. That's why the Djinn cursed this town once it found out how the nearby mines were packed with the stuff. Also, Pokemon Gen Y and Chrono Trigger, while we're on the subject, for DS games. Howdy there. Sid's the name. I'm from Canaan, and I don't remember who you are because convenient amnesia. Top of that, I got a curse cast on me along with these other folk. Ain't that a trip and a half? Luneth, we have to do something to help these people. Say, if I lent you my airship, do you lads think you could help me and the other saps? From what I hear, this curse can be dispelled through the power of a mithril ring. Unfortunately, we seem to be out of mithril rings here. Even if we could get mithril, Taka the smith has been turned into a ghost himself, and his daughter, the apprentice, has gone missing. The airship's heading into the desert west of here. Use it to find a way to lift the curse. Keep in mind, you can get on or off the airship by using this button. Okay. I actually don't remember right now, Valvedrix. Sorry, my brain is barely here. If only we had the mithril ring. Curse that Djinn. The Djinn we banished into the sealed cave was released by an earthquake and cast a curse on us all. That's an interesting question. How do you get the Onion Knight stuff in the PC version? I wonder where the Smith's daughter's gone. I remember her complaining about training and not wanting to follow in her father's footsteps. I wonder if she has a mithril ring. The letters just spawn. That's amusing. Oh yeah, Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. There's 2 more DS games that look decent. What? How many times do I have to say it? No, I don't have any mithril rings. I want to get rid of the curse as much as you, but how am I to temper mithril as a ghost? Even if I weren't cursed, I wouldn't work unless I knew my daughter was safe. It's all my fault! I shouldn't have been so harsh in training her. Paying attention to these character points, there's going to be a quiz later. Well, we're not actually supposed to be here yet, so... So, airship time. Hey, it's Refia in one of her 2 cutscenes. Who are you? What are you doing here? I can ask you the same thing. This is Cid's airship, and he's letting us use this. Raised in Kazis by the mithril smith Taka, whose rigorous training led her to run away from home. Again. I'm Refia. I'll have you know my father and I forged the parts for this airship back in Kazis. So that means you're the blacksmith's daughter? You have to help us make a mithril ring. Yeah, that's the only way we'll be able to lift the curse in Kazis. I can't. I can't make mithril rings. I didn't study that far. I didn't want to. Ah, swell. I don't think Cid's going to be particularly happy with that news. Wait, I know where we can find a ring. My father forged a ring for King Sasune a long time ago. He should still have it. Let me go with you. I can't make mithril rings, but I want to help and level up with the rest of you. I think she should come with us, Luneth. Me too. Slacking off saved her from the curse, so maybe that luck will rub off on us. That's not funny. Agreed, Lex. When I first heard about FF3DS, my first reaction was, awesome! They're actually characters now. I had to very quickly rescind that opinion. So we've got our first airship. Now this is another very common trend in FF3. Check this out. We have an airship. We're like 10 minutes into the game. And... this is the full extent of where we can reach. The cave we'll never go to again. The town we'll visit one more time. The town we'll visit one more time. The castle we're about to go to. And the cave. So speaking of people who escaped the curse, a terrible curse has befallen the people of Castle Sasune while I was gone. Only the power of a mithril ring may save them, or so I'm told, but Kazis is suffering the same fate as Sasune. I must do something, but where will I find a mithril ring? I'm the daughter of the blacksmith of Kazis. The king must still have the ring my father made him. We've come to borrow the king's mithril ring to save Kazis. Will you let us through? An audience with the king. Yes, I believe I can arrange that. Come, I will be waiting in the throne room. Yeah, sure thing, Ingus. I like to think he was away with the princess, if you know what I mean, Lex. Because there has to be romance. There must be. Sword White Slayer, the bane of all undead, is stored atop the West Tower. Sealed cave is guarded by undead animated by the power of darkness. You must know cure is harmful to them. I'm not really joking, by the way. There is actually a romantic subplot between Ingus and the princess, Sarah. Oh, no, it's not Sarah. Sarah's in 1. Whatever her name is. Princess What's-Her-Face. The catch is, as Lex points out, it's basically 3 scenes. Oh, it is Sarah. Okay, well, whatever. Never mind. So, there are several things I'm going to point out game design-wise here that you're probably going to look at me like, Laura, why aren't you giving a positive or a negative? I'm going to go ahead and predict something right now. I think this will be the most neutral FF we review. Because in my opinion, a lot of this game is exactly that. Neutral. It's there. You know? What's the characterization of the main characters? Well, Luneth is a kid. Ark is a bit of a coward. Refia doesn't want to do what her father says to do, and Ingus is in love with the princess. There's probably more to that, but, I mean, you get my point, right? Yeah, see, the thing is, I'm not going to be that harsh on FF3, because, again, FF3 isn't actually all that bad by memory. Obviously, we'll see as we go through this. Okay, so, when did I save last? For no reason. Oh god, can I not run? Oh my god, I can't run. I suppose that's part of my problem with it, Goofy. How do you run? Oh, there we go. I see it. I found it. There's no menu indicator. It's just you hit R. Got it. There we go. I hate to keep complaining, though. No, I'm pretty sure that'll happen in 10, Starscream. The next game we're playing. Possibly this one, I don't know. Why is there a bunch of undead? You know what, I don't even care. So, like, okay. They made actual characters of the nameless characters. Cool, that's a cool thing, I'm with that. I wish they had just gone full tilt with it. You know what I mean? That's ultimately my problem here, is that this game feels like they're not characters. They're people who have names. It's like the FF2 problem all over again. What's Furion's character, right? I shouldn't be trying to do what I'm doing right now. When did I save last? It's going to be coming up in a second. Ark can speak to beavers. Oh, come on, game! Yeah, they have unique models and portraits, and there is dialogue that's added to the game. You know, because there's actual cutscenes now. Don't hit for 14. And we're dead. Ah, well. So that's FF3, ladies and gentlemen. This is a good time to test something, though. Yep, unskippable cutscenes. And unlike in 1 or 2, this is as fast as we can go through these. I don't know if you hear me just mashing A here. I suppose I should hit other buttons. Nope, nope, still no skippable. And considering these cutscenes are scripted, so here's the thing. I didn't give a negative to unskippable cutscenes from 1 or 2. But, that's hysterical, Velvetrix. But I am going to go ahead and give a negative to it here. And I want to explain why. As I've said before, unskippable cutscenes is something that's kind of a debatable, and it depends on the specific execution of the specific game. In this game, these are effectively locked out animations, like we just saw, right? The game, these are in-engine cutscenes, not in-gameplay cutscenes. Now that's important, because an in-engine cutscene is coded differently from an in-gameplay cutscene. Most of the early FFs have in-gameplay cutscenes. We actually already saw that in both 1 and 2. An in-engine cutscene is effectively where the game renders the cutscene in the engine, but takes full control away from the party to do so. Effectively, it's something that could be skipped in its entirety with a button press, which is my point. FF10 is actually a good example of what I'm talking about. So when it comes to a game that has these kind of effectively cinematic cutscenes, there's no excuse for not being able to skip them. That's in addition to the fact that the cutscenes are slow, as Lex just pointed out. The text rendering is set to max speed, and yet I bet you couldn't even tell just watching me. I mean, the fact that it fades to white each time is just further making my point for me. But you'll notice how the text, like, slowly renders until about halfway through, and then you can hit A and speed it up. That's just another example of what I'm talking about. Hello, McCool. Yep, the animation has to finish before you can advance the text. That's exactly right. The Djinn's curse has befallen us all, and I am no exception. Sire, these younglings, oh god, have come seeking the mithril ring to counter the curse. The mithril ring, you seek to use its powers to banish the Djinn once again. I would grant you this boon, however, my daughter holds the ring, and she went missing. So you'll notice, Sarah is not affected by the curse, and Ingus is not affected by the curse. Just saying, kind of lines up. If it is so, I fear for my precious Sarah. The Djinn must have taken her to its cave in the north. Don't worry, sir, we'll get her back. Sire, I would like to ask you to leave. I would like to ask you for your leave to accompany these brave souls to the sealed cave and rescue Lady Sarah. Hi, Aethel. A loyal soldier of King Susune's army, he narrowly escaped the Djinn's curse. His prime concern is finding the missing Princess Sarah. You have my leave, Ingus, unless there are objections. Of course not. His sword is worth twice any of these two. No kidding, Dakota. That's not fair, but I agree. Having one of the king's men would help us a lot. There we go. And we have the full party. Damn it, other lore. I hope I'm going to be less sniffly tomorrow. God. Ugh, I'm going to have to not stay up late tonight. That's going to be hard to do. Ugh. Now, what's funny is Lore Reloaded just put that money to making fun of this game. However, we do actually have a donation incentive for playing through Majora's Mask and Ocarina. So I'm going to put it to that. 10 a.m. EST. You don't have to be exactly at 10 a.m. EST. I've got like 2 quick things to talk about before we get to it. There's a secret passageway in the sealed cave. Search for the skeleton key. I am counting on you and your friends, Ingus. Banish the Djinn. Save us all. Okay. So you'll notice I haven't given any positives or negatives yet. Now, I've kind of already explained why. But I do want to share something. One of the things I both simultaneously like and dislike is the fact that this is a series of adventures. It's kind of the FF1 thing again, if you're paying attention. Like, we're doing this whole little quest here to defeat the Djinn, to save the local kingdom, and rescue the airship, and rescue the people, and blah, blah, blah. And we're just doing this little quest. Once we do this, this is effectively done, and we will basically never come back. And then we'll do another quest. I hate this song, by the way. Sorry. I shouldn't say hate, that's the wrong word. I am not fond of this song. Yeah, it's kind of Dragon Questy. We just go to another town. We help that town with their issues. So we're dead. I just saved, right? I have no fast forward this time around, by the way, guys. Just heads up on that. I have no save states either. So for the first time, we might actually be playing completely without cheats. So that's fun. So anyways... Let's check something really quick. I love that, by the way. He's totally going to be better than these two. Dies instantly. Also, this is, it's reused from the DS version, other lore, but otherwise no. This is one of the other problems I have with this game. It's... A menu should be quick and snappy, in my opinion. I've actually demonstrated that because that's exactly what I've been doing in all of the previous things. Just... This menu is not quick and snappy. There's a little bit too much of a delay on almost every action. Okay, so speaking of lack of quality of life options, this technically shows me the value of this compared to what I currently have equipped, because I can see that Refia and Ingus have 8 and 9 attack power stuff respectively equipped. However, there's no, like, plus or minus or anything like there is in just about any other FF that I've already referenced, including the 2 we just played, so whatever. We are still going to buy 4 of these. 5. Yeah, it feels like there's just a little bit of drag when it comes to the menus. Like, I don't know if it's even visible. Here, watch this. Did you hear that? That's because it took so long to exit the menu that I could hit the cancel out of menu button 3 or 4 times before it finished. Here, I'll do it again. Like, you hear that? Because there's just this delay on everything. I mean, look how long it takes to go in and out of doors and rooms, for God's sakes. Yeah, this is probably going to be a long one. I actually told Valvedrix this, too. This is one of the playthroughs I'm kind of worried about, because this is probably going to be a bit. And we're doing it legit style. So of course we are. We haven't even gotten the job system, so I can't even talk about that yet. I should check something really quick here. Still not holding anything. You notice I'm just walking up there? I'm not holding anything here. So... I don't know how to fix that. Hang on. We're gonna unplug the controller. So I just unplugged the controller. You notice he's still walking up. Oh God, look at it. Ah! What's the menu button in the keyboard? Because their keyboard bindings are just absolutely terrible. No, it's not enter. Well, there's the map. By the way, funny little fact, the map is really small at first. This is actually kind of a nice touch. Because, you know, obviously we're just in this stinky little area. No, not Alt F4. Alright, whatever. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm going to give this one more shot. If we have another I have to literally shut down the game glitch, I'm just going to fire up the DS version. I have no idea, Disco. I'd have to think about that. Oh my God, you've got to be kidding me with this crap. I don't have the PSP version, and I have no method of getting it. I'm just going to say that. You know, I swear we didn't have this many issues last time. Jesus Christ. One second. Yep, okay, so controller is working. The controller is working at all. Oh my God. There we go. So let's go grind for a little bit. Just a little bit. Hello? I can't select attack. Won't let me. Will not let me attack the werewolf. Yeah, I have never had this level of bugs happen. Holy God. In this game, obviously. I swear this game isn't crap. By memory. Of course we get ambushed. Why wouldn't we be? They want us to feel nostalgic for FF2. Hey, we can attack. God damn. Hi, Dallas. I love all these job levels I'm getting for what is effectively the freelancer job, aka the garbage job. I'm gonna get one level and then move on, by the way. Yeah, especially in this version. Ugh. That's up to you, SJ. I've never played Remaster, though, so I can't speak to that one. The other version is garbage and awful and requires mods, though, so make of that what you will. Where are we at? By the way, this is the full party. These four. We'll actually be playing the remaster of 8 when we get there. It'll be my first time playing the remaster, so that should be interesting. I love them poses, by the way. Refi is all hopeful, Ark is hesitant, Luneth is proud, Ingus is being a dick over on the side there. Like you do. So, where's my math brain? We need to do about 6 encounters to level. At the very beginning of the game, we need to do 6 encounters to level. That's not good. I would go so far as to say that that's terrible. Just curious of the X variants here. That would be about 30 battles to level. Visually, yeah, he totally looks like Roxas, but I don't know what he'd be, character-wise. Yeah, he thinks he's Magus. Or Magus, excuse me. Also, all that grinding we've already done has afforded us 4 potions. You ever have one of those things where, like, by memory a game or a movie or whatever's good, and then you go back and it's like, wow, this is terrible. We're pretty early on, and I don't want to be sounding too judgmental here, but I'm starting to feel that way about FF3. I sure hope this turns around. After I finish doing... So I mentioned it was 6 battles to level. It was 6 battles from where I counted. So that's plus the, like, 4 or 5 battles. So that's like 10-ish battles to level. That is way, way too many for what is effectively the first dungeon of the game. My job level keeps increasing, which I don't actually know if that does anything for the freelancer job in 3. I'm not sure. Yeah, leveling is fine. Korean methoding, fine. Grinding, no. I was actually debating that, Lex. You'll notice I'm still going to end up at a level lower than what I probably should be, but I want to at least get a level before we move forward. Ugh, excuse me. We're still in the intro, by the way. So, as usual, I like to judge the intros side by side. So FF1's intro was pretty good, actually. FF2's intro was awful gameplay-wise, but actually legitimately good story-wise. So what do you think about FF3's intro so far? I'll go ahead and tell you, we have to go through this dungeon, fight a boss, and then we'll have like 2 cutscenes, maybe 3. And then we'll be out of the intro. So let's analyze the story, shall we? Ah, we fell into a pit. Oh my god, there's a crystal that says I'm the chosen one. I mean, that's why it's on the list, Matt, Destroyer of Worlds. So, oh my god, we fell into a pit. There's a crystal, we're the chosen ones. Hey, it's our friend. Aw, he's being bullied. I'll go save him. Wait, he went to the nearby town. Wait, what's going on in this town? Oh my god, everyone's a ghost! We have to save them from the curse of the ghost. Okay, let's go. Oh, we got an airship. Perfect. We'll just go to the nearby castle and get the ring. Oh, they don't have the ring. It was stolen by the Djinn. No problem. We'll go after the Djinn. We'll deal with this. We got this. Then we go after the Djinn, save the princess, have a few cutscenes, and that's the end of the intro. Again, story-wise, not what I would call super impressive. But I don't think it actually deserves a negative. It's just kind of like, okay. It's the tutorial adventure, right? It's the quest you give your kids that are 7 who are playing D&D for the first time. And I don't really mean that as a positive or a negative, which is kind of my point, actually. There we go. There's our levels. So I could use the inn, or I could have a brain and use the free heal. I'm gonna have a brain. Especially given how scarce Gil is at this point in the game. So let's talk about it gameplay-wise. So we start off with one character, but all the enemies we're fighting are pathetic and designed to be killed in one hit, even with the starter weapon. Okay. We very quickly get a second character, and then a third character, and then a fourth character, pretty much back to back to back. Okay, I'm with that. Mandatory grind as part of the intro, not good. First real dungeon, which is this one, the one we just entered here. See how we manage now that we've gained a level. So they're only hitting us for half our health every hit, and he's dead. It's worth noting I have the best gear I can currently buy, on top of everything else. No, this is just the first trash mob I got. Refu's dead. Yeah, by the way, these enemies can confuse you, which you just did. Poison me, which you just saw previously. And sleep you. They also hit for that much, so... So for anybody wondering why I tend to consider this the grindiest of the FFs... This is why. Yeah, the NES game was nothing like this. I don't know why they just added in... So, later on, there's actually an understandable, if terrible, reason why the grind is bad. It's specifically because of the nature of how they designed the encounters. But, we're not there yet, and already it's bad. Hi, Jaded Hellfire. What's up? So let's see if we can take on these guys, shall we? Good afternoon, Hoogirl. That's not too bad. Full round of combat to kill one mob. That can only hit for a quarter our health, so this is much easier than the first dungeon. By the way, I don't actually remember the exact formulas, but basically dual wielding equals more hits, more damage, higher chance to crit, lower hit chance. In general, in my experience, it is always worth dual wielding. Like, there's no reason not to dual wield. You're probably wondering then, well, why is it Ludith dual wielding? Well, because I haven't gotten his second weapon yet. It's right here. There it is. Mini-boss. Okay, he can only hit me for half my health. That's good. We might have this. Maybe. Okay, it's a lot more than half my health, but it's okay. It still means 2 hits kills me. Oh, Ark's dead. Yeah, there's a reason I've been quietly pulling out of Ruminations, Jaded Hellfire. I mean, I'm still doing them, but... yeah, YouTube. Now, part of the problem, in fact, I would go so far as to say most of the problem, is the fact that we don't have jobs yet. Which is, well, it's a problem. Well, this is arguably the most definitive version of this game, Chrono Kid. It's either this or the PSP version. Which I don't have. So... but it's okay. We've got a new weapon, and I think we gained a level in there. Surely that'll be enough. I don't remember if this reses. I really don't. We'll find out in a second. So this is going to sound very strange, but I'm happy this game isn't on the Switch. For the same reason... it doesn't res. I'm happy this game isn't on the Switch for the same reason I'm happy that FF5 and 6 are not on the Switch. Oh yeah, in the NES version, I'd already be done with the intro. We'd be moving on to the cave south here, and the Bahamut situation, and getting what's his face. I can't remember his name in the party. We don't even have our first guest character yet, for God's sakes. So, let's make another attempt at this, doing the first dungeon of the game. The encounter rate isn't even all that bad, which is actually nice. At least compared to the previous 2 games we played. Hello again, Cubanization. The 10th instead of the 1st. I'm just going to give the game a negative. Is that cool? Everyone cool with that? I think I've demonstrated why. This is ridiculous for an intro to the game. And remember, I'm always a little bit more harsh about intros and outros. And this is the kind of thing that will make someone put this game down. Yeah, the first dungeon in the game should not be the wall that it is. I haven't been avoiding encounters. I have the best equipment I can currently have. I know where I'm going, and I know what I'm doing. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I gotta leave because Ingus is going to start falling further and further behind in levels. I believe you, Lex. I completely believe you. And we are officially at the point where we are level distinct. As if we weren't already. Oh, great. That could be bad. Meanwhile, Refia is just like, I got this. Refia is a total badass, so that's a lie. She's more a badass than the other ones, though. So that's something. That is correct. So for those of you not aware, it was normal in the NES version, and you saw this because we just reviewed 1 and 2, which have the same encounter system, to have anywhere from 1 to 9 enemies on the screen at once. And 8 enemies was actually a very normal enemy formation, you know, fighting 8 enemies at once. Now what they thought was like, well, hang on a second. If we can't actually have as many enemies on the screen, we have to buff the stats of all the enemies. So they buffed the stats of all the enemies across the board. This goes doubly true for bosses, which they gave the ability to, among other things, hit multiple times per turn before you can do anything. In short, they used a very patchy band-aid solution to difficulty and didn't think it out at all. So, ooh. So, take 3 now. Hello, Resident Labor. We've almost managed to survive our first encounter in the first dungeon. Not quite, though. We're still working on that. But yeah, in my opinion, this is a negative because it's a grind wall. But it's also a negative because it's the first dungeon of the game, and this is part of the intro. Now, what's funny is you will reach a point in this game where you will completely... Like, okay, the power progression curve, by memory, the power progression curve of this game in my mind is horrible because it's basically like this. It's a logarithmic curve. You start off pretty weak, and you stay pretty weak, and then you get stronger, and then you get way stronger, and then you're ridiculously overpowered. And I don't mean like in the FF5 sense where you're gaming the system or using job combinations. I mean, you're just that powerful. Now, funny fact, the stat gains you gain depends on the job you have equipped. So, it's actually beneficial to get to the final point where you can get the, where you can have access to the final jobs as low level as possible so you can really max out your stats. I suppose that's an interesting point. Huh. What do you know? I'll be completely honest, I didn't think I could use Cure as a freelancer, so I didn't even think about it. Oh yeah, you're supposed to use the zoom-in feature to see some of these switches. They don't use that gimmick all that often. The zoom-in feature is something I would give a negative if they used it constantly, because doing this all the time is actually pretty irritating. So here's the princess, wearing that outfit. Thank heavens you're alright, Ingus. Milady, you must hurry back to the castle. We will take care of the rest here. Before you go, we need to borrow your mithril ring. There's no need, I will go with you. I have come here to banish the Jinn and save my people, just like you. Her Royal Highness has spoken. What should we do? She should be alright as long as Ingus looks after her. No harm will come to Lady Sarah as long as I live and breathe. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so that's funny you say that, Lex, because I was actually specifically thinking of HP. I assumed it was all the stats. Apparently it's just HP. The Jinn is a fire elemental. It should be susceptible to cold, so it should be weak to the blizzard spell and the Antarctic wind item. Oh, I should tell you about saving and quick saving. Select save from the menu. There are 2 kinds of save. Quick saves take place automatically. Manual quick saves let you quit the game, blah 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 blah. Hello there, I'm Princess Sarah. What's your name? I'm Luneth. Nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you, Luneth. Oh, I think that's probably... See, the problem is these don't play in sequence. They play randomly. At least by memory. Which means you just have to kind of see a few several times to make sure you get them all. Like, for example, here's a new one, which we didn't have previously. I managed to come here on my own, but I can't say I wasn't afraid. Thank you, Ingus. Milady, I could do nothing alone. I am sorry. Sorry. We've already got our first palette swap. I just realized that. gonna keep going. Is that cool with everyone? I can't save anyways. I mean, I have to leave the whole dungeon to save. So we have that whole dead characters don't get experience problem again. By the way, this might be one of only 2 Final Fantasies that doesn't get a positive for music. We'll see. We'll see. There's 3 songs in this game I really like. And then there's this song, which we're going to hear a lot of. And it kind of has the Breath of Fire 2 problem, which I'll showcase in just a second. I guess I should be doing this. For this version. Although, honestly, I don't care for much of the NES music either. Although I do like those same 3 songs I just referenced. So yes, the music actually saves its position, thank God. Which I just demonstrated. But there's several songs you just hear way too much of. That's what I mean by the Breath of Fire 2 problem. There's several songs where it's just, you're getting, like this song that's playing right now, we're going to be hearing a lot of throughout the course of this game. Battle theme's pretty good. It's not great. I wouldn't call it a positive, but I like it, you know. I never get bored of it. And that's saying something. Yeah, some of the town themes don't work for me either. Yeah, you probably know the one I'm talking about. Why are there so many undead in here? God. We continue to get better without Ingust. God, is that actually the same tune? Hang on, hang on. Saronia is what I'm thinking of. I swear it starts the same way. Bah, bah, bah. Now I gotta... Hang on. See, I'm right. Da, 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 da. See? I was actually right. Anyway, sorry. Holy crap. Of course, I am tone deaf. Oh yeah, I also get sick of this song, which also plays for way too much of the game. This is the Danger song. Prepare to meet your doom, Jin. This ring will banish you once and for all. He's just chilling. Nothing's happening, but why? Your bauble has no power over me now that I am infused with the power of darkness. Well, shoot. Listen, don't question him, okay? Please don't question him. Then he'll start talking. We don't want that. Hey, it finally happened. So this happens every now and again. Now, what's funny is this is a neat idea that, in my opinion, is terribly executed, which once again makes it a neutral. Every now and again, your guest party members will just jump in and do something. Almost every time they do something, it is useful. But they show up randomly, and what they decide to do is randomly decided. And hey, boss gets 2 actions per round, by the way. Fortunately, I know what I'm doing, and saved the Antarctic Wind for him. You cannot escape the ring's power now. No. Hey, what's going on? You must return to the castle, milady. Do not fear, we'll be fine. You're leaving me in the middle of a dungeon with a bunch of undead! Also, aren't you dead currently, Ingus? Where are we? We're about to get our jobs. Frickin' finally. I recognize this place. It's the cave with the crystal. It is I who summoned you. I forget which crystal this is. I know the last one's Earth. Wind, okay. You four have been chosen to be the warriors of light, the bringers of hope. You must take the last of my light, and with it the last of our world's hope. Unless you act, the light will be lost, and equilibrium forever broken. Akai Vurul Vailem. Makes perfect sense to me, Alex. Okay. This game came out in 1990 originally. Oh my god, are these seriously unskippable? Oh my god, they are. Wow! So you guys said, rather sardonically, do you want a cookie? As if beating FF2 wasn't a thing. So first of all, screw you. Second of all, I got a cookie. Yep, it's total crap. You will inherit a large sum of money in the bathroom. Just been hanging out in the bathroom. Ding ding, hey. Oh my god. So, gameplay negative. Intro. Hello, Chicago. And just because Chicago's here, and for no other reason, 2 negatives to gameplay. So we're the Warriors of Light. Hello. So yeah, this game added Moogles, even though FF2 should have. Congratulations, you can now change jobs. You can access job-specific abilities by changing job. Be careful, you won't automatically be proficient. You'll need to practice to maximize its potential. Try it out. Good luck, Kupo. I'll give you more explanation, but screw you. Is Luna still... Angus, excuse me, still dead? He's not dead. Okay, so. Jobs. So. Actually, let me think how I want to do this. Adjustment phase of 2. God, my freelancer got up to 12 on him. That's just ridiculous. Yes, there is a job change warm-up. Job adjustment phase is a terrible idea. Who's this? This is Ark, so... We'll make him the healer. And we'll make her the monk. So I'm debating. I guess we'll do Black Mage. Warrior Monk. Black Mage, White Mage. This probably sounds familiar. So yeah, you don't actually have to win fights. So what happens? So, okay. You get different jobs each thing, okay? They look different, they have different abilities, they have different stats. Cool. I am willing to go ahead and give a positive for the job system, because it's basically FF1, except you can swap. That's really what it is. It's not a true job system, and I actually disagree with the idea of calling it a true job system, because a true job system is far more in-depth and complex than this. FF10-2, FFT, FF5. However, there's still some cool stuff here, and I do have to give credit where credit is due. This version specifically actually balanced the jobs better than the NES version. I'll debate it for AB, but I'm not giving a plus for one scene. That is barely characterization for one character who doesn't get characterization. So no, that's not plus worthy. At absolute best, that would have to add up to other things, which might equal up to an aggregate. Anyways, so effectively, we can switch classes. Cool, I'm with that. I do like that. I do like the variety. I do like that it was rebalanced, and I can just speak from that from experience, because otherwise, well, let's just say in the NES version, at certain points you would get better jobs, which you should upgrade to, and then at a certain point you would get the Ninja and the Sage, which are the best jobs in the game. And that was just a bar-none kind of a thing. Sage was the best caster, Ninja was the best melee, period. And there was nothing else for it. In this version, there's actually quite a few combinations that are worthwhile towards the end game. So, jobs are cool, plus the gameplay. Classes are cool, plus the gameplay. So, I'm going to pencil in a negative for gameplay. God dang it. Now, the negative isn't just for the job adjustment factor, and that's why we're penciling this in, because I need to see this in action. Whoops, and I apparently can't spell right now. There we go. That's true. Whoop, wrong button. I'm sorry, hang on. This song is drilling into my brain. Really? Okay, whatever. So. So, I'm going to pencil in a negative for the job adjustment thing, and for the mandated jobs thing, which we'll see when we get there. We're not there yet, obviously. I think you're right, actually, Lex. Hang on. I felt like there was a teleport, but I didn't see one, so I was like, whatever. Yeah, dude. Yeah, because we're up here. Schroeper airship is being taken care of. Over here. So it removes all your equipment when you change jobs, which makes a degree of sense. But with the absence of an optimal button, it means changing jobs is also kind of a pain. Why would I make Ingus a red knight? Don't be ridiculous. Red mages suck, except in FF14. I should save while we're here. Oh, I will give them this. Memory cursor saves across battle. Unlike FF2. You know, Tactics had Dark Mage instead. Or Dark Knight, or what the hell it was. God, I don't even remember. Yeah, so my airship's over there now, so that sucks. Ah, well, I didn't need that airship anyways. Stupid crystals. Princess Sarah, everyone, Ingus. Lady Sarah, I'm glad to see you are safe. Now we must cleanse the ring in the blessed spring, and that should lift the curse. The blessed spring flows below the castle. Let's go! The idea is to not, Aethel. These are reviews, after all. We did cheat in 2. We barely cheated in 1. We shouldn't have to cheat at all in this one. Fingers crossed. Curse should be lifted now. You should go speak to Father. Ah, you have returned. Your courageous deeds have saved the kingdom. You have my deepest gratitude. Thank you, Sarah, but we must go. We've been chosen to be Warriors of Light. Warriors of Light? Ingus, are you leaving as well? Yes, sire. I see. Then I bid you all well. Know that our hopes go with you. We'd give you gold or equipment or anything, but screw you. We're going to give you a canoe. I thought I knighted you. Yeah, well, you know, jobs. Okay, credit where credit is due. I do like how the jobs show in cutscenes. Hello, excuse me, Kupo. Chikor. I hate the soldier uniform in this game. They look like weird ninja things. Whatever. But no, this one's magic, Dakota. You want to exchange party members, you do this. If you fancy changing the order of your party members, do this. We will protect the princess with our lives. I hope you like Princess Sarah, by the way, because she's basically gone. Until the ending. Yeah, here we are. Goodbye, Sarah. Be safe. Promise me you'll come back to Sasune when your duty is done. Okay, after we save the world, we'll return. Oh, excuse me. So now that we have a magical canoe, we can get our airship back. In a minute. I have to admit, I might not give a full negative for the job adjustment thing. It's not a good thing, but I don't think it's a full negative worthy, you know? I will also admit, I'm already debating a story positive and a story negative. So once you change jobs, you get an adjustment phase of X turns, depending on the level of your job. It nerfs all your stats across the boards until the adjustment phase is done. You can tell by the menu. Here, watch. Okay, so there's no down arrows next to them. That's how you know we're fine. I suppose I should go ahead and do this while I'm thinking about it. Now, the really weird thing is, it's just number of encounters. Not number of victories, just number of encounters, so... Father? Refia, you're all right. Thank heavens, I... Don't cry, Father. Everyone's looking. Doesn't matter, I was so worried about you. Let's go home. What? Wait, Father? Yeah, you can get to encounter and run. What's the reason for it? I don't know. I don't even understand the reason for the job adjustment phase thing. It feels like a really weird concept. Let's buy all this mithril gear, which is the second worst gear in the game. It's just hysterical. But because we... there we go. Because we know what's coming and we don't want to grind as much as we possibly can avoid, we're going to go ahead and, you know, try and buy up some stuff. Speaking of which, we need to go ahead and grab some things here. Zand... or Zande, or however you're supposed to say it, is arguably not even a character. I hate to say that, but, you know, whatever. There we go. You do have to buy spells. Oh yeah, I suppose this is a good time as I need to talk about the rule of threes, or excuse me, the theory of threes. So, hey, it's Mognet. I've got a letter. Hey, Lunith, Ark, how fare you? It's just not the same without you two. Everyone here misses you. We pray for your safe return. From to Papa. Hang on. Excuse me. Okay. Have you been to Nel Valley? It's the only passage in the Parmeni Mountains that connects inner and outer Sasune. There's a big rock in the way. My grandma lives in Canaan, but there's no way I can go see her. Now that the curse has been lifted, it's time to get back to business. Yeah, what's that? Can't you see I'm busy? Sorry, I want to go with you, but I don't think Father would let me. I can't save the world. My dad wants me to go smithing. But the future refused to change. There it is. Yeah, it was a good 16-ish years before this game came out outside of Japan. It's just really sad when you think about it. Hey, Dream Whisperer. Yeah, the problem is, and I was actually talking about this with PAX just last night, this game was actually really impressive in 1990 when it came out. The NES version of this game was legitimately impressive for an NES game. In order to keep that momentum, they needed to do a lot more remaking than they did for the DS version. In my opinion. Oh yeah, I should probably use his... You know what, here, let's... Oh, it won't let me. Yeah. And yes, we finished FF2. FF2 is finished! I like that. Babality. But yeah, so job levels is actually a neat little thing, too. It's not like in FF5 where it's effectively an alternate version of leveling, you know, an alternate progression path. Instead, it's more like every additional job level you get, your stats just kind of go up a bit. I don't remember the exact formula, and I could figure it out if I had to, but... So yeah, speaking of which, we're back to the FF1 system of three spells per level. And 8 levels of spells. So yeah, the theory of 3. I've heard the theory many times that Final Fantasy, each of the Final Fantasies up to and including 9, oh god dang it, is a combination thing. Well, thank you, Papanix. I'm glad you're liking it. What I mean by that is the theory is that FF3 is FF1 and 2 combined. FF6 is 4 and 5 combined, and 9 is 7 and 8 combined. Kind of like the Pokemon trio, if you know what I'm talking about there, with like, Crystal and Emerald and Platinum, that kind of a thing. Same concept. Now, I don't know how much stock I put in that, but it is interesting to think about, because this game in many ways does carry forward several design concepts from 1, and story concepts from 2. 6 contains several of the good gameplay design features of 5, and the greater story focus of 4. And so forth and so on. Now, I don't know, like I said, I don't know how much I believe in that. It is a theory, not a codified fact. And it falls apart completely the moment we hit the PS2 era. But, it's interesting to think about. I've heard many people say FF3 is literally 1 and 2 combined. For good and bad. I think so, Dakota? I'm sorry, I'll double check next combat I get. So I'll probably get at least one more combat before we move forward. So, favorite job to play in FF14? Hang on, I need to test something. Oh yeah, 9 was basically the final game with the old guard still involved. They weren't... so we actually just talked about that Dream Whisperer, and I know you just showed up, but... Basically, FF2's cutscenes, yeah, that's what I thought, didn't really count, and thus didn't really get the negative. Here, however, they are definitively skippable, definitively segregate things that are slow and arduous. In FF2, cutscenes were mostly just you talking to an NPC and them talking back and then you doing the ask feature. Doesn't quite qualify for the same reason that dialogue option stuff in, say, Dragon Age doesn't qualify. So, no, that is something I've actually taken into consideration. However, this game definitively does not allow you to skip cutscenes and is therefore a definitive negative. So, magic. This is how magic works. Again, FF1. I have one more cast of a level 1 spell. You see it right there on the left? He has 4 more casts of a level 1 spell. It's the spell slot system. It's D&D again, just like FF1 originally was. In combat, it was visible. I actually double-checked that, just that previous fight, just to verify. Oh god, I'm backtracking. Completely turned around there. But yeah, straight-up D&D style spell slots, which, for the record, I don't like, and never have. So you can see right there, I have 1 cast of level 1 spells. See? Yeah, I still don't buy that he's, you know, as good as Rogers in a one-on-one fight, but there's ways to talk around that. So what I'm going to do for Rebby is I'm going to never play 14 again. Or wait. Oh yeah, also, yeah, you can't really recover MP in the traditional sense of the word. Because, screw you. Well, time to leave town. Well, it sucks that we lost Refia, but whatever. Oh, I need to go talk to Cid. Right, I actually forgot about that. Sorry, I actually did forget about that. Hey, Cid! Have you been to the Mithril Mines? There's a passage that you just went through. Look, I'm not a ghost anymore. Ah, sweet mortality, I've missed you. So, here's our second Cid, debatably. Good work. I knew you'd pull it off the moment I saw you. I'm guessing you can make better use of my airship than I can myself, but first I want you to take me back to Canaan. Mrs. Cid's been waiting a long time for me to come back. But yeah, we won't actually be leaning really heavily on magic in this playthrough. I'm like 90% certain we're going to switch away from casters the moment we get access to some better melees. Her name, she was actually born Mrs. Cid. So... The only reason I don't give a negative for party balance things is because casters are actually a lot more nuky than, say, Breath of Fire 2. Which is good. Like, spells are actually really good in this game, and they need to be because of how frickin' rare they are because of the difficulty in casting of the spell slots problem. That being said, I'm going to lean on melees. I'm just going to tell you that right up front. What? Oh, god dang it. There we go. That's better. Oh, hey, a Moogle. Anyone new? Nope. Aww. That is true, Takoda. Whoops. What I'm trying to say is that I think they're better than they could be, which isn't really a good thing, but I do think it is an absence of a bad thing, if you follow. I have no idea. If you're going on a journey, take some antidotes and eye drops. Oh yeah, FF14. See, the reason I hesitated is because they changed the jobs so substantially, and I'm still not in the mentality of the new job system. Here's all the jobs that you start off with. So let's just rewind to Stormblood, shall we? Okay, so back in the past, I would say that Red Mage and Astrologian are my favorite jobs to play as. Not necessarily in that order, just kind of equally. And all the tanks kind of sucked, so that was whatever. That's not true. Warrior was my favorite tank in Stormblood. Now... I'm sorry there's no new movies to see, period. Did you ever end up going to Chipotle? Question mark. Yeah, currently, I do enjoy Gunbreaker. Astrologian, I actually don't dislike Astrologian, so I think I'm going to go with that. Gunbreaker and Astrologian in current. There you go. There's my answer. As far as favorite roles, probably healer first, then tank. Probably in that order. Although tanking was made a lot better in whatever the current expansion's called, so... Oh yeah. Hey, wasn't Refia with you? She was, but her dad took her back home. Huh, at least it's good to know she's safe and sound. That's no good. She's supposed to come with us on our journey. You know what? If we put a mithril ram on the airship, we might just plow through that rock. Taka and Kazis could build one, I reckon. Nah, it'll be fine. Where the hell is your house, dude? I actually don't remember. Is it in the other town? Am I completely turned around? God, I am really out of it. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, right, he does live on the other side. God, you're right. You're right. Sid, you old dog, it's good to see you, and not through you again. Yeah, I hear you. Say, Taka, we were thinking of busting that rock and Nell with the airship, but we need mithril. Mithril ram, huh? Sounds feasible. I'll smith you one in no time. Refia, give me a hand or three, would you? Dancer is actually pretty fun, but I'm not much of a DPSer in general. Sterling handiwork as always, Taka, and fast too. Let's sit up and bust some boulders. There we go, now we're good to go. Thanks to Taka's mithril ram, the war airship's a whole lot hardier. Yeah, it's very hardy. Definitely the word I'd use to describe this thing. You guys are late. Huh? Shouldn't you be... We all promised the crystal we'd go on our journey, and I don't want to be a smith just yet. I'm thankful to Father for taking care of an orphan like me for all these years, but this is something I have to do. Wait, you're an orphan too? Yeah, all four of us are orphans. I too have no parents. Can't be a coincidence. The crystal must have known. It picked expendable children. You know, Sid, you can tell us about it right now. No? Okay. And there goes our airship. To this day, it's just like, what? Every time I see that, I'm still just like, well, we did it. We broke out. Oh, my back. That was entertaining. Good to see everyone's intact. It's weird. I feel as if we've done this before. Did you hit your head or something? We'd never seen an airship until we met Sid. Foreshadowing. Go get Chipotle! Exclamation mark. Don't make me send the guys out, period. God, Mom. So that was the intro. That's the end of the intro right there. I'm going to pencil in a story negative and a story positive. Okay? You could probably guess it, because I've already said what it is. Or what it's for, rather. So, penciling in, story positive. In a similar way to FF1, but basically better in every way, there's a real strong sense of adventuring in this game. As I've said, we basically go through adventure after adventure after adventure. In fact, well, I'll get to that in a second. So, you know, we've just saved the kingdom. Okay, cool. Saved the towns. Cool. Now we're going to go do something with this town, and then we're going to save these people from being taken in a giant tree, and then we're going to go save... God, I don't remember what else, in what order. There's a lot of stuff, basically. All very contained adventures. We got to stop the tower from destroying the thing, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the world map is also decent, too. I'll cover that in a second. So, story positive. Like, when we get to the world below, it really becomes more apparent, because we're going to be going, like, every single town or area we go to has its own localized problem that we're going to help solve, right? Now you might be like, okay, what's the negative? Well, there's no... The main plot of this game kind of sucks. And as I complained about earlier, there's not really a good connecting thread. The closest thing to a connecting thread we have for a huge chunk of the game is, I have been empowered by darkness! Right? Like, we actually just heard that from the Djinn, for example. Yeah, there's no real cohesion to it, and there's no real depth to it. That's a great way to put that. It's a bunch of little lighthearted adventures, but there's nothing really... There's no central fabric. The main plot doesn't even show up until we get Doga and Une, which is well into the game. And even then, it's like, Hello, Hazardous. God, I cannot type today. Oh, what is wrong with me? Yeah, actually, that's a great way to put it, Lord Harrowmont. Imagine for a moment... Yeah, no kidding, Lex. Imagine for a moment if your GM was like, look, I don't really have a campaign, so you can play the same characters, but this isn't really a campaign. We're just going to hit module after module after module, right? That's effectively what FF3 is, and that's why I say that's both a story negative and a story positive. Because the modules are actually decent, and there's a good adventuring tone, but they have effectively nothing to do with each other. Yeah, we're going to go down the monster manual list. Thank you for your help, lads. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you out. I know, you'd probably want to get your hands on a new airship. But you'll have to meet King Argus first. See, I only made the hull. The King's the one who knows the secret of creating airship engines. See me again once you've spoken with the King. Okay. Bye, Sid. Love the sunglasses and the clipping through your own thing. Rumor has it there's a gnome village in the woods south of here. Heard a traveling mage hid a magical healing solution in this town. Nah. Anything new? Nope. You might see the arrows pointing... God, they're still giving me weird tutorial stuff. So anyways... Just teaching everyone Cure. Probably won't come up, but whatever. Arrow is a white magic spell. Flying creatures are vulnerable to it. God, there's a lot of tutorialization in this game. Like, I don't mind, really, but good lord. Like, and they're just straight up tutorializing. It's just you talk to an NPC and they say, oh, okay, he doesn't do it. You talk to an NPC and they say, if you want to rearrange your inventory in the menu screen, you need to do no more than pick the 2 items whose placement you'd like to change. Like, the reason I've been reading a lot of the NPC dialogue out loud is because most of it is that. Miss Sid's got sick while away. Don't worry, she'll be fine. If only I could get an elixir. Yeah, in Universe... What's a menu? What does the mini-spells do? It shrinks you. We need the mini-spell to progress, so... Hey, Beat Nuki. Oh, I should equip her while we're here. There we go. My daughter Selena has fallen in love with that vagrant Desh, but didn't stay a fortnight before he left, mumbling about some task he'd promised himself to do. And Selena's been angsty and crying ever since. That actually said angsty. That's not me writing over it. Oh, my Desh. My beloved Desh. Sure, Lex. For a NES game, the NES version of this game is actually quite good, but you do have to add that proviso for a NES game. When will you be back? Why would you go to the mountains in the east where a dragon is said to dwell? Exposition, exposition. Awkward exposition said to the air while people are standing right over me staring at me. I should save. I'm getting lazy about saves because I'm used to being able to save anywhere, and you can't do that in this version. You have to save in the overworld or at save points. Oh yeah, where the hell's the elixir? I actually don't remember. Sorry, when I say save points, I was actually referring to 4. Because 4 obviously has save points. Just a bunch of crash issues, comma. Not really sure what was going on, period. Issues, there you go. Did I save before I'm about to die? I'm just curious. Just no reason, really. Just idly curious. Oh yeah, by the way, I should point that out, because that's a good thing to mention. Every now and again you get like an extra animation like that. I don't mind it. It actually takes the exact amount of time as the regular animation. You just get a zoom in of it, so okay, cool. I'm with it. But yeah. They do decent damage, the spells. And unlike FF2, I just get better by killing things, so, you know, that's nice. There's always that comfort in knowing that as long as I kill something, I'm at least getting stronger in some way. Yeah, whether I get a job level increase or a level increase, my stats are going up. No, I was right, I was right. Don't question yourself. Yeah, no kidding, Beat Nuki. Yeah, you can't buy Phoenix Towns. And there aren't tents. And there's no save points. I honestly would argue that probably deserves a negative, but what do you guys think? I mean, I guess we'll see. Because we're playing, you know, legit style. No cheats, no cheat sheets. No mega cheats. As God intended. Yeah, no kidding. What I need to do is just save every time it says drink. That's what I need to do. Here, I got you an elixir. My cough, it's gone. I feel better. Yay! Thank you all for helping me and Sid. Thank you again. That'll be 2 I owe y'all. Grown so much. What? You've only been with us for a couple of days. Right, I just remembered. See the lamp on the wall? Push it. So yeah, he's just pretending, because he's a dick. I don't remember if he gives an excuse for why he's pretending he doesn't know us. I really don't remember. I guess we'll find out when we get there. Thankfully, this chest area does contain Phoenix Downs. But yeah, this game is going to involve a lot of rationing. Because basically every item is a precious resource. Oh, a Kyverul Velem. You know what that means? It's time to save. I would, but I physically can't. God damn it, why didn't it go? Oh, another Phoenix Down. Yeah, considering Phoenix Downs are useful literally until the final dungeon, I'm going to try to ration those quite a bit. Yeah, FF4 went hog wild in all of its versions with invisible walls, or visible pathways. We'll see what I think of those when we get there. Because, yeah... Oh no, it's... I'm still sick, too, period. Mostly at the snuffling phase now, comma. Throat doesn't hurt, but I'm still pretty bleary, period. Hopefully I'll get an actual night's sleep tonight, period. I should jot that down. Pencil in the negative. Because I don't know, and I won't be able to know until we're much further into the game. But hypothetically, the absence of itemization, basically, is what it boils down to, is just not something I remember fondly of this game, you know? It's worth noting, tents were in FF1, by the way. Yeah, the castle cracks don't actually bother me. It's usually the ones in town that bother me. Especially since half the time they seem to expect you to do that zoom-in thing, which I really don't care for. But yeah, as a consequence of the itemization, we're going to be looting a lot of items in this game. So I said I'd show something off, and I will. Check this out. So, you can have 3 levels known per slot, per level, right? Which is stupid, but whatever. That's regardless of the type of spell. So Ingus has Fire, Blizzard, and Cure. If I wanted him to learn another spell of any type, I'd have to lose something. Apparently our wizard book is a soiled napkin. I don't know. Oh, hey, it's Petrify mobs. Huh. I swear she's going to start actually hitting later. I hope. Because right now she's completely useless. Probably from you! Exclamation mark. Otherwise, I don't know, period. It overwrites. So you can get rid of them. But if you want to get, like, for example, let's say I get rid of Minnie, which is something that you only have a few accesses to early on. If I get rid of Minnie, I can't just put Minnie back on. I have lost Minnie. I effectively destroy the spell I remove. Okay, am I doing something wrong with her? I swear Monk actually does worthwhile damage in this game. And I'm obviously wrong, because it isn't. Okay, apparently in this version, the spell goes back into your inventory. Thank God for that. So that's not as bad, because that would be absolutely horrible. If it went back in the nest, I'll take your word on it. I don't remember right now. I really don't. I know monks can do decent damage because it's one of my usual endgame party members. Well, the black belt, but still. I usually do black belt, dragoon, something else, and white mage. I can't remember what the something else is. Or white wizard, excuse me. I could argue that this is bad game design with the monks. I'm not going to. Think about it for a second, though. Imagine you're playing the game for the first time and you try out Monk and you hit for 1. What are you going to do? Are you going to stick with it? Hello, Savacom. Squitch, 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 squitch. Oh, goody, we're almost completely petrified, and the only one left cannot do damage. Holy crap! That's... Well, she got some experience out of that. Yeah, so I have 1 golden needle. This is probably about to be a TPK right here. Yeah, this might be yet another game that qualifies as a need a walkthrough game. And there's the TPK. No, Savacom. I am playing on the PC. I'm starting to regret that decision. Well, I mean, they were called FENIX down in FF6, so... Can I cheat? I have to, since I cheated for the lore run. But I'm guessing I did that with save editing or something. I have no idea how I cheated off the top of my head. It was 2 years ago. So, probably? As usual, the intention is not to cheat. We'll see how well that holds up. Yeah, they're obviously feathers in 6's animation, I'll give you that. And in FF4, they were called Life. Just Life. Oh my god, this game is kind of slow, isn't it? No, don't! Ugh. How's it going, guys? Am I muted right now? No, I'm here. I'm here. I've got the wrong thing set up. There we go. Oh yes, this is great. God damn it. He's Dav. Excuse my language. I think you're right, Lex. I think. I'm actually not sure. I'm not... As I've said before, I'm not that familiar with the hardcore code of this game. Not like I am several others. So yeah, in case you wondered, by the way, why we started with FF1, 2, and 3, this is why. Actually. Do they? I guess we'll find out. Hang on. Let's see if this cures Petrify. I don't actually remember. I don't think it does. But, you know, testing. Nope! Well, at least they sell golden needles. They're a little pricey. But that's okay, I guess. We'll just kind of live with that. Oh, don't mistake me, Remedies Exion. Even if we were playing the NES version, I would be just as harsh on this. The only things I'm willing to consider when it comes to older games is literal hardware issues. And that is a surprisingly small category when you actually sit back and look at the design of video games. It does not, Sovicom. You've got to be lagging like crazy. Either that or you've got a cat on your lap, one of the two. Do I think this one's going to be net positive? I don't know. I really don't. I gotta admit, I'm not super impressed so far. This is, yeah, this is not great. Story's not bad. Gameplay kind of sucks so far. I'm gonna go ahead and add in a negative, by the way, a theoretical negative. We'll see how much it drives me crazy by the end of the game. I gotta be honest, that fifth negative is almost guaranteed to be codified. I'm just gonna let you know right now. That fifth negative theoretical is for the slowdown, the delay in doing almost everything. You know what I mean? Like here, let me demonstrate. I want to heal my guy. That. Now that probably doesn't seem like much, and maybe you just think, Lore, you're just being ridiculous. But that same action I just took would take maybe 1 second on any of the better designed FFs, including the two we just finished, it's worth noting. The PSP versions of 1 and 2. And then there's the combat. Load in. Select, 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 select. Camera switch. Animation. Slowly dies. Attack! Petrify, because screw me. Punch! It does have proper memory cursor, which is good. And so I will give it that. Which is actually nice, because 1 had property memory cursor and 2 did not. And I never realized how much I miss proper memory cursor until I'm suddenly not having it. Then we have to slowly zoom in here. Then it shows the things. And then if they gained a level or whatever, they have to do a little animation. Then we're out of combat. Like I said, there's just a delay to almost everything. And I'm not even sure it being on the DS is really a valid excuse for that. I'm going to go ahead and use that on him. Yep, level 2 spell. That's what I thought. Yeah, you also cannot hold down the button. That's also a problem. And yeah, I would say this is about on par with 9. 9's is at least a little debatable as far as, you know, how good or bad it is. Mostly because of the fact that 9's is literally disguising load screens. Not good, but a little more understandable. Is that the excuse here? Is they're trying to disguise load screens? Like, I'm not sure, because 9... Well, frankly, was pushing the PS1 to its absolute limit, whereas this is definitely not pushing the DS to its limit. And I'm not even considering the fact that I'm not playing this on the DS. Oh, it pushed the NES to its absolute limit, yes. Hey, it's Bahamut. That's not a joke. That's actually Bahamut. So he picks us up and drops us off in his nest. His nest. Wait. I can't believe you let yourself get caught by that dragon. I like your one to laugh. It got you too, didn't it? Well, yeah, okay, you got me. Name's Dash. Nice to meet y'all. Seriously, that's Bahamut, the king of dragons. Don't even think about fighting that thing. Listen to me and just run. Run away. Run away! Now, what's interesting about this, I actually kind of like this. So they make this battle runnable, which is good, because he will absolutely annihilate you unless you're cheating. You also have a very high chance to run from that fight. And they tell you to run right off the bat. I'm actually kind of with that. Here, why don't you take this? It's a scroll for the Magic Spell Mini. Turns out I'm not attuned to the magics enough to use it, but maybe you can. In return, let me tag along. See, I've lost my memory. Join the club, buddy. The only thing I know is my name and nothing else. Sure, I don't mind. Is that okay with you? Why are you asking me? Ah, never mind. Hey, Dash, did you know about that Selena's been worried sick about you, waiting for you to come back? Yeah, but see, even though I lost my memory, I know there's something I gotta do. I'm sure it'll sort itself out somehow. I've got you guys to count on. And according to the game, he manages to successfully save the floating continent with literally seconds to spare. Sure. Even in the original NES version I ran, Lex, so I can't speak to that. Thankfully, we get a free heal after that fight. There's actually... So, in the game's defense, there's actually several cutscene free heals that happen here or there. Which is actually kind of nice. The only problem is, it's not really good, because it's just covering up the fact that, you know... Screw you. I came to take some of the strange water back to the Gnomes village. Only gnomes can enter. Unless you can use Mini. Hint, hint. Yeah, they really make sure you have Mini here. No, really, no, really, no, really. Which, good design. In the original NES version, I'm pretty sure you could kill Bahamut. Because I think I did the first time I played it. With a cheated save. But yeah. Yeah, let's actually see if it does it. Here, have an extra scroll of Mini. Thanks! I'm with it. Especially since I only have one cast of it at the moment. So, nah. What I am going to do is not mini myself yet. Like I did one time I was playing this. Because you still get encounters out here. You can kind of see what I mean, whereas a Black Mage is doing substantially more damage than anything else in the game. So far. That would be very cool to Koida, but honestly, I doubt it. Okay, let me see if I can remember where the damn town is. Where's the town? Where's the town? Oh god, there it is, there it is. Welcome to Tozus. We're teeny and you're weenie. You're the itsy to our bitsy. Maralka Basin, home of the Vikings, is at the far end of the tunnel that goes through Muranos Range. Oh yeah, basically everyone in this game is named, too, which is funny, because they do that a couple times, and then it's like, okay. They do it at 9, they do it in 10. A traveling merchant came to Ur the other day. He was riding a chocobo. They are fine steeds indeed. Dr. Shelko has fallen ill. We're doomed. No one can cure him. He's the only doctor here. Physician, heal thyself. Need antidote. Ah, thank you. You saved me. That'll teach me to randomly sample berries in the woods. Yeah, don't do this. Don't do that. You deserve a reward. I'll share with you one of my most treasured secrets. Go down the stairs at the end of the passage. You'll find the way to Maralka Basin. Actually, not quite ready to do that yet. Yeah, that guy's a doc. The only doc in town. Or maybe we should call him a quack. That would be FF13-2 silence. See the world with gnomish bread. Sure, we'll try that out. Mostly going to be selling items for a bit here. For obvious reasons, really. Yes, you can run out of arrows, because screw you. Just gonna stock up on potions. I have to admit, I never like the run out of arrows kind of gameplay in basically anything. Yeah, I prefer the idea where you can equip an arrow and now you have fire arrows equipped. There's no ammo count, you just now have fire arrows. That works a lot better for me personally. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. And just like in FF something, 1 I think, for some reason, it goes Fire Blizzard, and then Thunder's a level 2 spell. Does it bother me when things are less realistic? And yeah, in the SNES version of 4, you can run out of arrows. That is very correct. I mostly know that because A, I never did that on Rosa, and B, randomizer. By the way, if you haven't played FF4 Free Enterprise, you totally should. If you don't know what Free Enterprise is, then I have not done my job. I've even streamed it. It's an amazing thing of amazing. So I'm actually curious of something here. Ah, shoot. Hang on. Yeah, so when you're minied, you have really lower defense and attack. That's what mini does. So... this brief dungeon and one other one later kinda suck. Just because you're minied for them. I need to go do something really quick here. Yeah, you have a black mage, right? There are several dungeons in FF3 which are basically, you need to have this job here. Either literally, or, you know, you're encouraged. That freaking rat boss. Yeah, white mage is mandatory for mini. We have to have Toad later on. In one dungeon you need Dark Knight, even though it's kind of worthless. I feel like there's others I just can't think of off the top of my head. Apparently white mages use Toad. Never mind, so white mage is the Toad one. Okay. Once shrunk, your weapons don't do much good against enemies. Only magic is unaffected by size. You should change to a job that uses spells. And being in the rear line would be a good idea. Well, okay. Oh yeah, Dragoon for the Gigamesh, or whatever his name is. That fight is so stupid. I guess you could say the same thing for Valvolus / Barbarica. What am I doing? I'm doing this. Hey, Kaiserhound, what's up? Alright, Savacom, in order to beat this level, you must dance on your head. By the way, this is one of the only sections you'll see me chain running from battles. Because just screw this. I could just switch to mages, but... I don't have the magic spells. I don't really have the money to get the magic spells. And I don't feel like dealing with the job thing. So yes, this section... Okay, I was actually about to comment on how the encounter rate has been decent, and then I get 3 encounters in the same room. Thankfully, escaping is better in this game than it was in the previous games. It's actually, I shouldn't even say that. It's actually better than it was in 2. It's basically the same as it was in 1. I should probably de-mini at this point. I don't like this song. Vikings are we, kings of the high seas, or we used to be. The earthquake woke a sea dragon from its sleep, and it wasn't too happy to see us. It sunk all our ships except for the Enterprise. But we can't slay a sea dragon with only one ship. What can I do but swing this down? What's a Viking without a ship? It's not the boss's fault. There's nothing he can do to rid us of that sea dragon. You'll find the Nepto Temple at the end of the cape. Pops knows everything about that place if you're interested. I believe you are correct, Lex. Also waste mana, or uses, rather. Just in case you still don't have many, it's 1,000 gil, which is a lot of money at this point in the game. I know, right, Lex? Mandated grinding. The bane of all RPG players ever. So I know... Oh, hang on. That's the boss down there. Humph. What is it with men? You lose a few ships and you act like you got the pink slip from Valhalla. The Enterprise is a fine ship, but no one wants to board it as long as the Sea Dragon is lurking. Yeah, there's one super optional in this game, and it is the Iron Giant, and it's a dumb fight. I'm going to tell a story about it, too. When we get there. Yes, I run things around here. There hasn't been much to run since that Sea Dragon appeared and destroyed most of our ships, though. Look like capable adventurers. If you manage to defeat the dragon, our ship is yours. Really? Promise? Promise. Viking's honor. If you survive. I think we got this, guys. I think we can take on a dragon at this point. I mean, we had to run from Bahamut, but that was Bahamut, you know? He's a little different. Alright, we got this. Uh-oh, Savicom left. We're doomed! So, yeah. Alright, we got this. Yeah, no reason. Okay, so... Let's see, we're gonna use arrow on it, and then we're gonna attack it, and... He should be weak to lightning. That sounds reasonable, right? Huh, he hit me for quad 9. That time he only hit me for 3,000. So that's okay. I did 0 damage, so I think we're doing well. Sure hope you saved before you try something like this. For good or for bad, FF3 lets you screw yourself over multiple times. I'm not sure if I like or dislike that, because almost every time it happens, the game goes out of its way to be like, you really shouldn't do this! So it's, you know, it's a little more forgivable than it normally would be. Statue of the Dragon? Hey, one of its eyes is missing. Yeah, the swamp. That's a good example. Looks like this hole goes on for a bit. We could probably squeeze in there if we use Mini. Again. It's okay, this is why I refilled my mana. Time for the second boss of the game. I guess third, technically, if we count that stupid turtle, which I don't. Which one, Lex? Oh, hey, Dash. So he's pretty useful. He has Thundara. Oh god, Dakota. Alright, well, fine. We'll have a Thanos situation then. Oh, yeah, Lex, I'd agree with that. Because, yeah, there's, like, nothing that indicates that. Yes, Kaiser Hound, you're the only one! Be ostracized! I think it's okay of a gimmick. I just think it could be better of a gimmick. I do like that they're trying, so I'll give them, you know, I'll appreciate that. Oh my god, Valvedrix. That's funny. Thanks, game. Thanks for letting them take that round before I could get away. Appreciate it. Yes. God, lack of tooltips, am I right? Of course I have 99 potions. But yeah, basically, to actually respond to you, Kaiserhound, I think these dungeon ideas are decent. I just think they're not good. As with many other things, I would say this is a neutral rather than a positive or a negative. The game goes well out of its way to make sure you have the tools necessary to get through these dungeons, and it tells you how to get through these dungeons. The problem is it feels exceptionally arbitrary to me, you know? It's literally, here's the mini dungeon. Here's the Toad dungeon, where you only need it once, actually. You can turn it off immediately. Here's the Dark Knight dungeon. Here's the Dragoon boss. Here's the Scholar dungeon, even though you don't actually technically need that, but whatever. And of course, we all know the final dungeon, which is the Ninja and Sage dungeon. I'm kidding. No, I need to mail a bunch of stuff, period. I was complaining once to you about the one right by you that is super slow in service, comma, and you said just go to this other one, period. I think it was the one by Publix, comma, but I'm not sure, period. Oh yeah, Ninja and Sage are nowhere near as good as they were in the original, which, for the record, I am actually in favor of that. I mean, they're not terrible, but I do like that they're not super ridiculously overpowered. Because in the NES version, there is no reason not to use, you know, sages and ninjas once you get them. They are just better in every way than the other jobs. Oh no, it's a giant rat, which actually I'm pretty sure that's a normal-sized rat at this point. Excuse me. Oh. What? Okay, so apparently they made it so you can no longer D-Mini in the boss fight. That's interesting. By the way, as I know I already mentioned this, but you notice enemies are already getting multiple hits per round. Debating. So, sort of planning on being able to D-Mini. How much HP does this guy have? Jeesh. Yeah, Dash, could you, like, save my ass here? I'd appreciate it. Yeah, that's great. Damn it, Lex. That wouldn't even surprise me. Dash is just like, they got this. Can someone do me a favor and look up how much HP the rat has? I'm actually kind of curious. How much money do I have? Not a lot. I was gonna say, I don't see anything to the east over here. Ha, there we go. I'm not hiding, I'm just waiting. Sure, buddy. Money! And an axe. And nothing. Damn, if you're not in the know, the Nepto Temple up north is where the Nepto Dragon used to sleep. That big earthquake, though, it must have shaken it up good. Because that dragon sure is ready to kick you-know-whats and take names. Yeah, that's fine. All of a sudden we have a steeple hat Why does hers have a bow? Yeah, the pinty hat. Funny familiars, Venters? Yeah, I'm debating it, Lex. It wouldn't be as bad if the game was designed in a way to kind of lend itself towards you being minied, but instead there's just a bunch of enemies down here which hit hard while you're minied and a mage. You know. Ah, I got you, Ventures. I never actually heard of that. That sounds pretty cool. No, I know the feeling, so I've come. Trust me. What's funny is you could argue, well, I mean, you could change your party at any time, but the problem is it doesn't quite work that way. It's not like you automatically, like... I don't know, whatever. Whatever. Like, we could argue this back and forth, but I do think... Oh, yeah, I just realized they unequipped all their armor, too, because that's how that works. To my knowledge, they didn't add anything for the PC version, other than Doralis. Now... Doralis is a good addition to most games, I will admit that, but... I don't know. Thank you very much, Doralis, for the bits. Much obliged, sir, as always. Thank you. If you happen to know where you want to put those, increasing interest and priority on a stream, let me know. Shovel Knight, you got it. They added an achievement for getting everyone to 99 because you're insane. Don't do that. It's okay, Saldir. It's okay. You can maybe sign up for Undertale in like a year, whenever we get there. Thanks for that bite there, the little love tap as I'm leaving. Whoops. You know, if I could quick save. Whatever, let's see how this goes, shall we? Unskippable cutscenes. You can see how, once again, this is just like another quest, right? Because we're here fighting a rat. And the only reason we're fighting the... God damn it, really? Oh, right, that makes sense. The only reason we're fighting the rat is because of the fact that, you know, he stole a gem, which has upset the local dragon, which caused issues with the local Vikings. So we're just kind of settling the seas area thing, you know? Another Eden. What is that? I mean, I'm assuming it's a video game. What's it on? And no, I'm not doing an underleveled run. Really. I'm running in here because this is the mini-dungeon. I don't plan to run anywhere else. It's a mobile game. Alright, everyone kill Johnny really quick. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I keep staying up way too late and getting sicker because I am doing lines, so... for the theater. MP. Easy answer, Venters. I don't care for spell slots. I don't like it in D&D, I don't like it in FF1, and I don't like it here. Hey, Indiana Joe. Thank you very much for the sub, sir. Much appreciated as always. Thank you. And if you happen to know where you'd like to put that, well, you already answered, sorry. Sorry, let me say that more correctly. When you decide where to put that, let me know. How much health does this guy have again? Like, he outpaces my ability to heal. So that's neat. So I would need 10 full rounds of going full tilt on him in order to be able to kill him. I don't think I can live that long. He just hits too hard. And twice a round, as we've already discussed. I'm just going to Berserker it, see if we make it, and when we don't, I'll debate what we're going to do otherwise. Oh, never mind, we made it. Thank God. You get nothing, Refia, or Ark, because you suck and you died. Now I have to walk out of here. Oh my God, that was a cutscene full heal. Holy crap! I know, I know I said they do that every now and again, but I'm actually surprised by that. I'm glad I met you guys. I was getting kind of lonely out here. So, what's it like to not remember anything? Wouldn't you know? Not so bad, except for the nagging feeling there's something I gotta do, but I can't remember what. Alright, let's get the hell out of this stupid dungeon. Yeah, the rat's body... We were hungry, okay, Cobra? We needed food. Yeah, berries in the forest? Nuh-uh. Poisonous rats? Hell yes. You need to make sure you eat them bones and all, too. Make sure all of that gets stuck in your throat. Very important. And you want to get the... Oh, God, I'm making myself nauseous. I actually just had a little bit of a dry heave there. Make sure you get the fur in there is what I was about to say. Ugh. Okay, you got it, Indiana Joe. Oblivion it is. Give me a second. So noted, sir, and thank you again. Yes, I need to gag myself to increase stomach tolerance. That's how it works, right? Ah! Just raising my HP. Don't mind me. What am I doing? I'm doing this. Yeah, I learned this recipe. It works great, trust me. I was about to save, and I was like, no, I'll save further down by the beach. And of course, we're all in the... You know what? Whatever. Just run. Just run. Really? That's crazy. We could never have a lore save emote on this channel. Yep, nope, there's no lore save. Although I will make an... If you guys want to start doing that, I'll make an effort to save every time you hit that. When I can, because I can only save outdoors in this game, so... Really? Yeah, we gotta defeat some water tornadoes, guys. It's very important. Huh. But I gave you your gem back, man. Don't worry, says Dish. I got this one. Ugh. Ugh. Show. I want you to imagine for a moment that you just did what I just did, except you didn't save where I just saved. Just picture that for a moment if you can. Like, oh, I saved the problem now, so it should be fine. Oh, right, okay. Look, the Black Mage has an excellent palm fist thing. Anyways, so what we actually have to do... Let's put the gem back. You have done well, Warriors of Light. I am the Nepto Dragon, Guardian of the Seas. I thank you for returning my missing eye. I apologize for killing you twice. It is more than a simple gem, it is my soul. Without it, my physical manifestation, the dragon, could not be controlled. Now that I'm whole once more, I may rest in peace and watch over these waters. However, the water itself has lost its light. Someone created the great earthquake, and the light was pulled into the depths of the nether. Warriors of the Light, I will bestow upon you the Fang of Water. It will imbue you with powers that will allow you to overcome new challenges. Thanks? So you guys the Warriors of Light, huh? I don't know what it means, but it sounds cool. Any chance I could be a Warrior of Light like you? Didn't you say you had something important to do? I felt something, like my blood was boiling, but it's gone now. Must be my imagination. Yeah, I imagine my blood boiling all the time. So now it's out there. You notice we can't just jump on now. So now... God, this song. Welcome back. The Vikings will never forget what you have done for us this day. As promised, the Enterprise is yours. Take it, young heroes. Yes, we've just entered Junon. And now it's close. So now we can enter it. See? At least we can save on the ship. What are they standing on? Thanks, Dash. Thanks. I think Liberated was more useful than that. Speaking of which, thank you very much, Liberated. Appreciate the sub as always, sir. Thank you. Now, oh my god, if you happen to know where you would like to put that, let me know. Otherwise, we'll stab you. Like a lot. Like there's gonna be a lot of stabbing is what I'm trying to say. So anyways, here's the map. Now you notice the map is expanded once, and it will expand again later. Surprisingly decent design to the overworld. Jedi Fallen Order? I've never even heard of that game. But I haven't played it yet, no, so I'll put it towards that. As you command. Yeah, apparently it's the best game ever made, which means I'm either going to hate it or love it, one of the two. It's apparently very Souls-like, so it's probably on the hate axis. Oh, sure, that's a thing. No, I'm not going to waste a Phoenix Down. Yeah, I actually do like the map design of the floating continent quite a lot. I'm even tempted to go ahead and give it a positive. too far. You know what? It's literally worth it to do this, so I'm just going to do this really quick. This is literally cheaper and easier than wasting a Phoenix down. Oh, I know, Lex. I mean, don't mistake me. I like what they did with it in 1, and I stand by that, but it's also nice not to have to think about that. Wish the camera was zoomed out a little bit more in the overworld, but that's neither here nor there. Yes. Rise from your grave. It's true, you can zoom the camera in, so, you know, that's terrible. You know you're pathetic when a black mage punches you to death. Actually, that sounds horrible, doesn't it? Picture being punched to death. Just picture that really quick. No, my blood! I need that. I know, Lex. We're all like, yay! And they're just lying there on face down, like, Dash? Dash, you don't... Thanks, Dash. Appreciate it. God, I swear at some point she'll be useful. We'll get there. Okay, so let's head over here. Take Dash back to his bow. I guess Bo is the guy, isn't it? Whatever. Hey! Dash, oh Dash, you've come back. I was certain you'd forgotten about me. I'll stop crying and wait for you to return once more. Oh, well, thanks. Dash, where have you been? Celine's been worried sick about you. I know you can't come back till you've done whatever it is you set your mind to do, but promise you'll come back. Well, I mean, given your name, Crazy Norris, it's not really what I'd call a surprise. Okay, so you're playing this game for the first time. You've just gotten the ship. Where do you go? It is Crazy Norse. It's on the website. It's worth noting we're in an inner lake. This is one of the most worthless ships ever. Just kind of like the Android. Like the airship we just had. Because, like, I know it's hard to tell because they, for some reason, the water is like the light, you know, the very light gray. But anyways, the point being, there's very few places we can go total. So I'm not willing to kind of call this a walkthrough section, but this is still kind of a, well, now what sort of a moment. Damn it, Refia. Be useful. It's not that hard. Yeah, I kind of preferred it in, it was 1 or 2, where the map would actually show where you could go in advance. I think it was 2. That's okay, Crazy Norse. I understand that you hate me. I mean, this is going to be a bit of a slog, if we're being honest. No speed up, no save states, no cheats. Dude, the other day I saw a tornado. I'm like, hey, tornado, screw you. And I just started punching it. People looked at me weird, but then the tornado died, so... They really like this enemy, don't they? Fine. No, I'll do this. Oh, Desh, don't you dare attack. Thanks, Desh. Appreciate it, buddy. No, this is actually the Steam version of this game, Dream Whisperer. We are super legit today. For bad and worse. Damn right it did, Shy Guy. I wouldn't mind these enemies as much if they weren't so damn slow to fight. Now, in the interest of deference to this game, you do gain both levels and job levels actually pretty quickly. So it's nowhere near as, you know, sloggy as some games can be. Go away, I have nothing you want. Please, I beg you, do not kill me. Nice place. Sorry I dragged you all into this, but thanks to you, I've been able to satisfy my curiosity. Just finish whatever you need to do and go see Selena. She's been waiting for you all this time. Refia is really invested in that Selena relationship, isn't she? It's always kind of weirded me out a little. There's a demon in the sands to the west. I've seen it. A tree. A giant tree that moves. You want to know about crystals? Maybe someone in the village of the ancients to the west knows about them. Far to the west, across the desert, is a village of people who are the ancients. Okay, then. This is the abode of Elder Tokul. Please, you must speak with him. So you're the strangers. I am Elder of Tokul. You must have heard by now about the soldiers who pillaged our town. They suddenly appeared after the earthquake from the desert to the west. They took our grain, our water, and any able-bodied townsfolk. You've seen the result of their attacks. There's nothing we can do. Oh. It's the Switch version, whatever that is, Crazy Norse. There's a hidden stairway in the fireplace. Please take those weapons. If you insist. The settlement in the mountains west of Castle Argus is said to be inhabited by people who can see the future. I really think they want me to go to the ancient village in the west. What do you guys think? It's just a kind of a vibe I'm getting. Hey, get back here so I can steal all your stuff. Please, no, spare my child, my only child. Do we look like soldiers to you? You're not one of them. I'm sorry. I thought those soldiers came back again. They took my husband. They took him with the others to the desert to the west. They wore the seal of Argus. My husband, I hope they haven't done anything to him. There you go, there's our next plot thread. Those soldiers have made a real mess of this town, that's for sure. But can they truly be King Argus's men? I cannot believe the king would order such heinous acts. Soldiers' attacks began after the earthquake. Maybe the two are connected somehow. Yeah. Congrats, Remedy's Exion. Got it. Time to go get our fortune told. What? By the way, they were very faithful in recreating the 2D sprites into 3D format. And I kind of think that was a bad thing in this game. Oh my god, Shikor, really? You know what? Yeah. I'm actually going to chop off a little bit early. Mostly because I feel, absolutely terrible. And because we're at a good pause point. We're not going to be at a good pause point for a little bit. So we'll chop here.